Hi everyone, we're from Nova Health TCM Clinic and today we have Kat Yishi with us.
Hello.
Who is going to tell us a little about irregular menstruation. So Kat Yishi, generally what is considered a normal menstruation cycle?
Okay, so for a normal menstrual cycle, right, for ladies, it's about usually 28 to 30 days cycle, plus minus 7 days lah. And then the number of days during your menstruation is about 5 days, plus minus 2 days also can lah.
Okay, so that being said, what do you consider or what does TCM or Western doctors consider irregular menstruation?
For irregular menstruation, there's like different kinds of definitions to it, depending on what you are referring to. Some patients can have varying menstrual cycle. So for example, 1 month, then after they come 3 weeks, 2 weeks, or maybe it can be a few months also lah. And also another thing is the menstrual flow is either too much or too little. So it can be very different depending on the condition.
So for example, if we have a lady who, since the first time she had a menstruation cycle, her cycle is once in 3 months. So is that considered regular or irregular in her case?
In her case, to her, it's considered normal because for all along it's 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So to her, the cycle is 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. It's normal because the time frame is similar. So irregular menses is you're really you cannot predict when your menstruation will come.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's TCM's view on this?
TCM view is there can be some imbalance of yin and the yang, or maybe there's deficiency in blood or qi. So depending on your condition, so sometimes for example people can have yin and yang deficiency or blood and qi deficiency. It varies from person to person. So in a menstrual cycle, right, there's a few different phases. So to put it short, it's one is after menstruation, which is before ovulation, and one is after ovulation, before menses lah. So during the period after your menstruation, right, our bodies, the yin will start to grow, and then our follicles will start to mature and everything. And once after we ovulate, then the yin will start to decrease, and then the yang will start to increase. So if there's a irregularity in your menstruation, so there can be yin and yang imbalance. In Western medicine, they will maybe call it hormone imbalance.
I see. So to be safe, the ladies must come down and let the physicians check lah. It's not for them to decide it's a yin or yang deficiency, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So is it very true that ladies cannot drink cold drinks or eat cold stuff or step barefooted on the floor?
It is true, but it's not entirely true. Because for example, I know now so many of us will drink bubble tea, right? It's not that you cannot entirely drink bubble tea, but maybe 1 or 2 sips.
Very little, 1 or 2 sips.
Okay lah, a bit more, half a cup lah.
Half a cup,
okay. But
okay.
After that, maybe don't drink cold water or those kind of things. Try to drink warm water, so that your womb will not be too cold lah. Because there is a reason why our womb grows inside our body, because it needs to be warm to be able to function properly. Okay. And so for some people whose feet is very cold, yeah, you can step inside your house with empty feet, but sometimes if it's really very cold, you can do foot soaks or whatever to keep it warm also can.
Okay. Do you yourself wear socks at home or footwear?
When I sleep.
Okay, that's something we can try.
When I sleep.
Okay, so what kind of treatment do you usually recommend for this kind of issues? For
this kind
menstruation?
of issues, right, most likely I would recommend a combination of acupuncture and medication. Because if one is without the other, right, yes, patients can request for I only want acupuncture or I only want herbal medication, but the effects will be a bit slower. So I'll recommend both, and maybe once a week. For those with more serious condition, their menses a few months then come once, maybe once every 3-4 days to regulate their body hormones.
Okay, so generally, what's the TCM treatment basis behind it? Do we increase the yin, the yang, or do we, for example, make the womb more warm? Is there any kind of theory behind it?
So after menstruation, we'll just help to increase the yin and invigorate the kidneys lah. Then after ovulation will be another kind of treatment already. depending on like whether the person is trying to conceive or like a person is just trying to regulate her menses. So it's like a different treatment altogether.
Okay.
Depending on what the person is aiming for.
Okay, so do you have any cases that you could maybe share with us?
So I have a few patients that their menses is like very irregular, so they cannot really predict when their menstruation will come. And then sometimes they want to travel, or like sometimes whether they want to plan for like staycations. Like it's very inconvenient to their life, so they decided to try like TCM, and then like after a few like months of treatment, like maybe 2 months, depending on like different person then after that their menses, their cycle got shorter and shorter. I mean not like shorter until like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, those kind of, but a little bit more regular until like they can like predict like maybe 30 plus 40 days then the menses come. So it's a bit easier for them
Okay. So generally for someone who's trying to conceive, then I would assume that maybe for irregular menstruation is more difficult to predict in that sense also?
Yeah, it's more difficult to predict because they will have like different ovulation days, so they don't know when they ovulate, so it's very hard to catch when they ovulate, and like it's very hard for them to conceive for that way But once they come for TCM, like to like regulate their menses and at the same time try to conceive together and catch the ovulation date, I think it'll be much easier for them to conceive also.
I see. Okay. So any tips for lifestyle changes for us girls out there?
Drink warm water.
Drink warm water.
Like, not like room temperature kind, because like room temperature is like 26, 27 degrees but our normal body temperature is about 36, 37 degrees. So if you drink room temperature water, to us ladies it's considered as like cold water. So drink warm water, and like those like tummy areas, like try to dress warmly.
Okay, so you're not for like tummy rings and wearing crop tops I assume.
Not me.
Okay, so that's all I think Kat should have to share with us today. If you have any questions, do leave us a comment, or you could message us, and I'm sure Kat will try her best to help answer them. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.